Dear friends, in class 9, we are going to start with next chapter, that is 7th chapter, triangles. Now, in this, first definition of the triangle is, let us revise, this is what we have already studied. Triangle is a closed figure formed by three intersecting lines. So, if this is three intersecting lines, please note, these are also three intersecting lines. So three intersecting lines must be in this way, that is, they must not be concurrent. These are concurrent lines and these are non-concurrent lines. So a closed figure formed. Now please note here, these concurrent lines don't form a closed figure. So if three lines must form a closed figure. A closed figure formed by three intersecting lines is called a triangle. So this figure is called a triangle. This is what we have already studied. Now, we have also studied that a triangle consists of three vertices. Singular, we call it vertex. When we call one, we call it with a vertex. And when we say plural, that is for more than one vertex, we say vertices. And it has three sides. So, here vertices are A, B and C. And sides are, so every triangle has three sides, and for this triangle, this is side AB, then side BC and side AC. These are the three sides of the triangle. Please note, they form three angles. So here angle A, angle B and angle C are formed. Now if it is a line, we cannot call it by a single letter name, because at vertex A there are 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. So here we need to name angle ABC, then angle BAC and angle ACB. So they must be named with three letter name. But if the figure is a closed figure formed of three segments X, Y, Z, then the angles can be named by a single letter as well. You can call in this figure angle X, angle Y, angle Z. Dear friends, we have also studied the types of angles depending upon their measurement of the angle. So if one of the angle of a triangle is right angle, that is 90 degrees, then we call such triangles as right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. If the measure of all three angles is less than 90 degrees, this is less than 90 degrees, all three angles are less than 90 degrees, then we call the triangle as acute angle triangle. And if one of the angle is more than 90 degrees, then we call such triangles as obtuse angle triangle. This is what we have already studied. Now, we have also studied the types of triangles depending upon the sides. If all three sides are equal, then we call it, all three sides are equal, then we call such triangles as equilateral triangle. If two sides are equal, then we call it isosceles triangle. And if no side is congruent, then we call such triangles as scalene triangles. Scalene type of triangles. So this is what we have already studied. Now let us proceed to the next topic, that is congruence of triangles. So for congruence of the triangles, we first need to understand what is congruence, what is congruent figures. The figures of same size and same shape are called congruent figures. Let us try to understand the meaning of this sentence. Now see, here if you consider this as a circle and this as a square which is having the same height, this height is same, then we can say size of the figure is same but shape is different. Here shape is different. but size same. If you consider square, a bigger square, so you have to imagine my figures, please imagine the figures. Now here shape of the figure is same, please note both are squares. If both are squares, they may not look, you have to assume that they are squares. So if they are squares, their shapes are same, but size is different, so understand this. Here shapes are different but size is same. Here shapes are same but size is different. If such is the condition, then they cannot be called congruent figures. Here for congruent figures we need same size as well as we need same shape. So for when we imagine of a circles, then if we think of a circle, congruent circles, then circles with equal radius, please note, if circles have same radius, this is R and this is also R, if both are having same radius, then they have same shape as well as same size, then in that case we can call those circles as congruent circles. In case of squares, if the side is x and this side is also x, both are squares, so all sides are equal, you will notice squares with equal side are congruent figures because their size automatically becomes same and their shape also is the same since they are squares. So for squares we need sides same. Only condition is needed that if the sides are same, then we can call squares as congruent squares. If radius is same, then we can call the two circles as congruent circles. Please note, in case of congruent figures, if you place one figure over the other figure, they will exactly coincide. So if this figure is removed and placed on this figure, you will be able to see only one figure. Please note, the other figure will be exactly coincide with the earlier figure. So here in this case we can say the figures are congruent. It is not necessary that they must be circle or they must be square, they can be of any shape. So if they are rectangles, so rectangles with equal length and equal breadth are congruent rectangles. Please note, two rectangles are placed one above the other. If they coincide exactly, then we can call those figures as congruent figures. Dear friends, next part is congruent triangles. See the definition. If the sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angle of the other triangle, then the triangles are said to be congruent. Now let us try to understand the meaning. So we will consider a triangle ABC. This is triangle ABC, and we will consider another triangle XYZ. Now this angle is 60 degree, this angle is 90 degree, and the other angle is 30 degree. In this figure also, one of the angle is 60 degree, one angle is 90 degree, and other is 30 degree. Now this side is congruent to this side is congruent to this side, and this side is congruent to this side. If the sides and angles of one triangle, these are the sides and angles, that is AB, BC, AC are the sides, and angle A, B and C are the angles of one triangle, are equal to the corresponding sides. So here AB is equal to XY, BC is equal to YZ, and AC is equal to XZ. So they are equal to corresponding sides are equal, and corresponding angles are also equal. Angle A is equal to angle X, angle B is equal to angle Y, angle C is equal to angle Z. So here you will notice that angle A is equal to angle X, angle B is equal to angle Y, and angle C is equal to angle Z. You will also notice that AB is equal to XY, BC is equal to YZ, and AC is equal to XZ. So you will notice corresponding angles are congruent and corresponding sides are also congruent. Corresponding sides means side formed by first two vertices. Here you will notice that the side formed by first two vertices is equal to side formed by the first two vertices of the other triangle, means AB is equal to XY. Then side formed by the second and third vertex is equal to side formed by the second and third vertex of the another triangle, that is BC is equal to YZ. Now you will notice that the side formed by the first and third vertex, that is AC, is equal to side formed by the first and third vertex of the other triangle. So AC is equal to XZ. It means corresponding angles are equal to the corresponding angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding angles of the other triangle. In this case, triangles are congruent. Which triangles are congruent? Let us try to understand here. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. It means first angle formed by the first vertex must be equal to angle formed by the first vertex of the another triangle. This angle A must be equal to angle X, angle B must be equal to angle Y, because they are placed at the second place. So second angle must be equal to second angle, third angle must be equal to third angle, and they must be arranged in that way only. Please note, here the same can be arranged in a different way. If you write triangle BCA is equal to triangle YZX, please note, it means B is equal to Y, C is equal to Z, and A is equal to X. So it is again the same condition. We are talking of the same condition. In this figure, when I write ABC is congruent to XYZ, it means I am writing A is equal to X, B is equal to Y, C is equal to Z. And if I write triangle BCA congruent to triangle YZX, it means I am writing angle B is equal to angle Y, angle C is equal to angle Z, and angle A is equal to angle X, which is true. So, same figure can be written in different ways. Both answers are correct here. Angle ABC is congruent to angle XYZ. Angle BCA is congruent to angle YZX. Now, this can be written in other way also. Angle CAB is congruent to triangle ZXB. Please note. Again, we are talking about the same, that is first vertex is congruent to first vertex, C is congruent to Z, C is congruent to Z, then A is congruent to X, A is congruent to X, and B is congruent to Y. Sorry, I made a mistake. B is congruent to Y. So, please note, this same figure can be written with 3 different names. Actually, there exist 6 different names. So, this same can be written when I want to say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ, means actually I am saying all these 3. That is, triangle ABC is equal to triangle XYZ, triangle BCA is congruent to triangle YZX, triangle CAB is congruent to triangle ZXY. I can also say in a different way, triangle CBA is congruent to triangle ZYX. So, please note, here C is congruent to Z, C is congruent to Z, B is congruent to Y, D is congruent to Y, and A is congruent to X, A is congruent to X, means this condition is also again correct. Please note, sequence of the vertices are changing, but you will notice if first vertex is congruent to first vertex, second vertex is congruent to second vertex, third vertex is congruent to third vertex in all these cases. So, next will be triangle BAC is congruent to triangle YXZ, and third condition exists, triangle ACB is congruent to triangle XZY. So, please note, 2 figures are congruent. If you write any of these answers, all answers are correct. Please note again, if you see all these six congruences, you will see that first is always congruent to first, second angle is always congruent to second angle, third angle is always congruent to third, first angle is congruent to first, second angle is congruent to second, third angle is congruent to third. It means if 2 triangles are congruent, they can be named in 6 different ways. And when you say ABC is congruent to XYZ, it means you are saying that not only angles but their corresponding sides are also congruent. It means side formed by first two vertex must be equal to side formed by the first two vertex of the other triangle. It means side AB must be equal to side XY. Then side formed by the second and third vertex must be equal to side formed by the second and third vertex of the other triangle. It also means side formed by first and third vertex of one triangle must be equal to side formed by the first and third vertex. So please be careful while rearranging, while writing the order of the vertices when you write the congruencies. So if you change this, if you change the sequence, then it will be wrong. It means I will need a place, so I am erasing here. When I say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XZY, this answer is completely wrong. Why? Try to understand. Here A is congruent to X. A is congruent to X, so it is possible. Then B, second letter is B here and second letter is Z. Here 90 degree and here Z is equal to 30 degree. So B is not congruent to B is not congruent to Z. So if second letter we are writing here, it means this is wrong. So sequence must be proper, and don't get confused while writing the correspondence of the triangles. Always remember, first angle must be congruent to first angle, first vertex, angle formed by the first vertex. Second angle formed by the second vertex must be congruent to angle formed by the second vertex. So this will be wrong. So these are the 6 different ways to write the same two triangles are congruent. For two triangles to be congruent, there exist 6 different answers and all answers are correct. Other than this, it will be definitely wrong. Thus, please note, I am just trying to tell you, if the triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are also equal. So, for congruent triangles, corresponding parts are congruent. It means when we talk of triangle ABC congruent to triangle XYZ, the A vertex, if kept on X vertex, B kept on Y vertex and C kept on Z vertex, the figure will exactly coincide. Here also, if you keep B on Y, C on Z and A on X, then also you will notice the figure exactly coincides. It means when the figure coincides, we say the figures are congruent figures.